my hard work! Now listen mate, I know it's hard, but we got no space for anything.
I'll keep them all, you never take them away from me!
But you hardly wear these ones anymore, I mean... No! G'day fellas, how you going? So anyone who's been cosplaying for a while will run into one major problem. Storage space. The crux of the problem is this: you want to get rid of some costumes because they take up too much space in the house, you rarely wear any of them anymore, but it's too difficult to get rid of them knowing how much work you've put into them, right? If this sounds like your situation, maybe this video can help you out a bit. Ready to go? The first thing you need to do, and the most difficult one, is figure out which costumes you want to keep. To do this, you'll need a few free hours or an entire day, depending on how many costumes you've stockpiled. You need to be practical, logical, and to keep one clear goal in mind. That's to clear some space. So, go through all of your costumes one by one, old or new, big or small, perfect condition or a wreck, and ask yourself these 5 yes or no questions. Now the key here is to be really honest with yourself, okay? So, number 1. Am I likely to wear this costume again in the next year or two or at a future event? Now it's completely sensible to hold on to your costume if you're planning on wearing it again to, a future convention or an event that's coming up. Maybe there's a 10th anniversary of the series coming up soon, or this is a second series coming out. They're all good reasons to hold on to those costumes just a little bit longer. However, if you don't see yourself wearing them in the near future, move on to question 2. Have I taken pictures of myself wearing this costume yet? Now whether it be from friends at conventions, doing some photo shoots with photographers somewhere, or just taking some edgy shots in your backyard, you really want to document the creation of your costumes by taking some cool photos. Now if you've got pictures for future generations to admire, awesome. If not, ask yourself question 3. Will I be bothered to take pictures of this costume in the next year? Or will I be bothered to fix it up to take pictures? Now this is the reason my own closet's been so full in the past, is because I've either been bothered to organise a shoot, or I haven't been bothered to fix up the costume itself. So to help clean up a bit, make it an aim to take pictures of your costumes that you haven't gotten photos of within the next year. Because if you haven't taken any photos of it by that time, or you haven't been bothered fixing up, let's be honest, it's probably not going to happen. But the longer you leave it, the less you'll actually care about fixing up, the less you'll actually care about taking photos, and the less you'll actually be bothered to wear it again. So once you've determined that you've actually got photos of your costume, or you won't be bothered to be doing it, ask yourself question 4. Is this something that I'll want to display around my home? So you're probably not going to wear your costume again, you've either got wonderful photos of your costume, or you can't be bothered taking them. Would you be bothered displaying it in your home? Perhaps it's a costume with ornate detailing that you'd like to display on your wall, or put on a mannequin that you'd like to display in the hallway somewhere. Or maybe you've made a really detailed prop to accompany your costume once upon a time. You've basically created an artwork, so why not show it off? Finally, if you don't actually think that you want to display it in your home, ask yourself question 5. Am I happy to keep this costume at the back of my closet for the next 10 years? You've already worn it to death, you've got all the photos that you need of it, you're probably not going to wear it again in the future, but you can't get rid of it because you like it too much. Now this is the ultimate form of, I love this costume so much that I'll never wear it again, I'll never display it around my house, but I never want to get rid of it. Now, if the emotional attachment is that great, you're happy to keep it stored, then by all means keep it. Sure. If you're able to separate your emotional attachment from it, you're going to be able to create just that much more free space. If it's like a massive costume that you've made before, but you've got nowhere to store it, or you've already thrown it out, consider keeping just a portion of it as a keepsake. So ask yourself these 5 questions, and if you've been honest with yourself, you should have a big pile of costumes ready to be disposed of. Logically it makes sense, but it still feels sad, man. Feels like a bit of a waste. But don't fret, before throwing them away altogether, consider selling them, giving them away, donating them, giving them away as prizes, giving them away as presents, or simply just take them apart to reuse the materials. They might just have some life left in them. So if you want them as much as you need to, you've got all your photos you wanted to, but you don't think that they're good enough to keep or store at the back of your closet, it's time for them to go. It can be a bit hard to let go of them, but you'll have some great memories, hopefully some great photos, and maybe some spare cash at the end of it. And look at that, we've achieved our goal. We finally have that free space in our closet again. Hooray, free space! Now I can put my costumes in here. That filled up fast. Damn it, we fixed nothing! G'day fellas, how you going? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful to you at all, or even share with me some tips of how you decide to get rid of your costumes and what you do with them afterwards. I'd love to hear from you guys. Anyway, thanks again for watching, see you again soon.